So there's a small YouTube channel named um so there's a small Instagram page named Jordie Ma, and basically I just want to talk about a certain reel that he made a little bit ago. It was like, I don't know, like a couple days ago or something like that at this point. And this guy made a reel that was really offensive and really bad, to say the least. Before we continue, I just want you guys to know this video is not meant for you guys to go out there and harass this person by any means. That's just really disrespectful, and I don't want you guys to harass this person. I just making this video so that way people can start respecting this situation more. And yes, it has something to do with the David situation. So yeah, just don't harass this guy. That's just mean, and you're not doing anything by doing so. And also, everything I say here is just whatever. It's not fact by any means. I'm not a professional. And I also want you guys to know this video is just for me to give you guys a lesson out there in social media and stuff like that. So with that being said, let's begin. Alright, spark notes here. Basically what happened is that this guy is somebody who is centered around like anti-ABG boot camp, anti-Labubu boot camp, anti insert latest trend into here, and that's about it. That's what this guy does, and he bonds with his little sister, and it's really sweet, you know. It's like a brother and a sister just bonding together, making social media content, and that sounds really dystopian in some way that I can't put my finger on right now, but you know, like for the most part it's nothing harmful. They're just making fun videos of this Asian girl and this Asian brother just making videos together about how they hate trends and these trends are overrated and nobody likes these trends, you know, that type of thing. And there's nothing wrong with that initially until they started sticking their finger into the David situation somehow by merging those two types of content and just going like, when are we not gonna release a video? September 7th, things like that. I'm not gonna play the whole thing because I don't want to show you guys how stupid this is. But I'm gonna show you a little bit of it. I'm just gonna show you a couple screenshots so that this guy doesn't really copyright me. And yeah, it looks pretty bad to say the least. Like anti-David bootcamp. What are you thinking with this video? And I saw a lot of people in the comment section having a great conniption in the comment section saying, oh, this is not disrespectful. Oh, this is actually pretty funny. Blah, blah, blah. Well, here's the thing. It is disrespectful because they are, instead of talking about the situation and how bad it is, they're trying to make it lighthearted by saying, oh, yeah, I mean, like, you know, this is a funny piece of content that will make people laugh. Oh, this is not really disrespectful because this is just how people cope. And to that, I say, number one, it's disrespectful because they are trying to use the situation to their advantage by taking a part of the algorithm and incorporating their brand into it. And number two, a way of coping through laughing at it. Okay, so like if I go to a funeral and then I start laughing at my dead grandpa, and then I just wave it off as an excuse like, oh yeah, no, this is just like, you know, this is just my way of coping, this is just whatever, then would that be okay? Like, that's not okay by any means. Just because someone is famous, that doesn't exclude them from the rules of society. That doesn't mean they are all of a sudden above society's standards. No, they are not. And same can be said for these people. Even though this could be their way to cope, it is very disrespectful and very unprofessional because number one, they are showing what is normally a positive emotion. They are expressing what is normally considered a positive emotion through laughing and screaming and smiling and things like that in a situation where a young kid died. And not only that, to take words from my King Atriarch over here, the Nagasaki of it all is that this girl is a minor. She is probably around Celeste's actual age. I think a little bit younger because her teeth don't seem to be like fully developed and like her facial features don't really express that of like a 15-year-old, but rather probably like around a 10-year-old-ish or so. But even then, she is still a minor. I'm pretty damn sure from her physical appearance that she is still a minor. So for you to be having her doing these types of things about these types of topics and like string her around like a little marionette, that is objectively fucked up. You cannot justify that by any means whatsoever, in my opinion, at least. I think this is just a horrible thing to be doing overall, and I feel like you should probably, well, just keep that video up. It's more of like a learning experience for you rather than anything, but maybe take the video down because your whole entire comment section is validating your creation, which is not okay. Making fun of this situation is not okay by any means, unless it's actually funny, you know? But even then, your entire brand is just your little sister screaming, doing these ass little jumping jacks, and just doing jack basically, while saying, I don't wanna X, Y, and Z, this is cringe, this is a bum, and that's it. That is literally your entire thing. And I don't have a problem with that, because you two seem to be having fun making that content. But if you are going to be making content such as this, in such a disrespectful manner, then I have every right to call your content cringe. Like, I think it is actually just cringe. And I used to like your stuff, I really did. But this is, number one, way too far, and number two, all you are now, I'm starting to realize this, all you are now is just a couple of siblings that are just screaming and doing tomfoolery. It doesn't mean anything anymore to me now, because there's nothing there really anymore. And it's not like, oh, I am so severely disappointed. Now that I watch this piece of content, it has given me this revelation. I have been enlightened by Buddha himself. No, I don't feel anything now. Like, I don't care about you guys. I don't care about what you do. But I'm just explaining why people find that piece of content to be disrespectful. This is similar to, oh, I called Celeste at 3 a.m. challenge, gone wrong, or whatever that video was. I was going to make a video on that, but then I just never really did because, you know, everyone else already made a video on it, so why should I make a video on it, you know? I just talk about random stuff and I complain about random stuff. But since this guy seems to be being validated by a couple thousand people, I feel like I should probably step in to like try and at least get people to understand why this would actually be disrespectful. So yeah, that's about it. That's all I really gotta say. Overall, the overall arching message is that videos like these cause a lot of weird feelings inside of people because they try to incorporate humor into something that is negative. They try to incorporate humor into a topic that is very, very bad, especially the fact that a kid died in this event and they're trying to incorporate humor in some way, shape, or form. It is just messed up to be doing that type of stuff. So yeah, that's about it. That's all I really gotta say. I hope you all have a good day, and bye.